Next up at BTC 14 Clash is a featherweight bout between Dylan McIlvenny and Liam Gallagher. Liam Gallagher makes his professional mixed martial arts debut after a very successful run as an amateur, where he capped off his amateur career picking up the MFL Bantamweight Championship.
Dylan had a successful amateur career. He's never in a boring fight. He's tough. He likes to stand and bang. And I know he's a tough competitor. I want to prove that I'm at that level, if not better than that. Go out there and make a statement.
His opponent, Dylan McIlvenny, made his pro debut last year with a very impressive decision victory over Paul Fisher back at BTC 10. McIlvenny is never afraid to get into a scrap, and he looks to showcase his skills against the young prospect in Gallagher.
Liam's going to be a harder fight. He's going to be more technical, and I think he's going to have a lot more drive in him. He's going to try a lot harder. I don't think he's really going to quit in there. Liam was set up against Luke Colligan in his debut, and that was going to be a good fight for him. Now he has to fight me, and I have to fight him. And I don't know who's going to win this fight, but it's not a good pro debut for him either. So
I can see myself getting the finish. I think patience is going to be the key. Pick him apart, stay at distance, use my striking. Don't get engaged in brawls. Dylan likes it. He's good at that. He's good at dragging guys into brawls. Just fight my fight, and I think the rest will kind of just work itself out.
There's no prediction. We'll just show up and we'll fight. I don't know what he's going to do. He doesn't know what I'm going to do, or maybe he does. Maybe I do. I don't know. Just show up and we'll fight, and it was like every other fight I have, it'll be a 3-round decision. So, whatever. It'll be a long night.
It's a fight that showcases two of the best prospects at 145 pounds as Dylan McIlvenny takes on Liam Gallagher.
The following contest is being brought to you by Maverick Protein. Improved recovery with our new CBD-infused whey and vegan protein. Available in vanilla and chocolate. Maverick Protein. Scheduled for 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Here are your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black and gray trunks. Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, he weighed in at 146 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Burlington Training Center. He comes to the BTC cage with an even record of 1 win and 1 loss. Fighting out of and representing Burlington, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Dylan. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed in green. Standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, he weighed in at 145 pounds. He's a kickboxing specialist representing Vision Quest MMA. He comes to the BTC cage for his professional debut fight tonight. Fighting out of and representing Big Brook, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Liam. Instruction.
Let's go, Dylan!
Hey, hurry. Fight better. Protect yourselves at all times. Stay with fans at all times. Let's go, Dylan!
Ladies and gentlemen, this BTC featherweight contest will be decided in 3 rounds or less.
Graham Betts, the third and final man inside the BTC cage, who will officiate this bout in the highly anticipated professional debut of Liam Gallagher, as Liam takes the center of the cage here up against Dylan McIlvenny.
Let's see if the weight advantage comes into play with Dylan, because he's obviously the bigger fighter, but already Liam's backing him up.
And there's Dylan letting off his hands early, trying to set the tempo, and that's what McIlvenny would expect him to do. Shoot those double legs, shoot for takedowns, and try to get Gallagher on the ground.
The game plan, he wants to wear him out, right? He wants to be the bigger fighter, put all his weight on him, make it a dogfight, and that's what he's trying to do here. He's trying to make it a dogfight. But good defense by Liam Gallagher.
Oh, nice leg kick that takes the legs right out under McIlvenny.
Yeah. Good frames by Liam, but McIlvenny needs to keep trying to shoot hands and right into the takedown, make it a dogfight, keep the pace up.
It's still very early here, and both guys still a little bit. And there's a big connection from Gallagher, and Gallagher goes right into the guard of McIlvenny, and then Gallagher thinks second of it as he was having some success on the feet.
Good range by Liam. He's making Dylan shoot from far, and that's why he's able to counter him.
And those leg kicks are already starting to be a factor in this fight for Gallagher. That leg kick become quite a unique technique that's evolved over these COVID MMA times.
Yeah. Liam is definitely setting traps for Dylan, and he's every feint that he's doing is by nice takedown attempt by Dylan. This is exactly what he needs to do.
McIlvenny tries to once again get the fight to the ground, and a big connection from Gallagher, but he got it caught in a heel hook and just nearly avoids disaster, does Gallagher. And that's what MMA can be like, and can be oh so good and oh so bad in a matter of a second.
Yeah, and don't be fooled though. Even though Dylan got rocked a couple times, he's been rocked before, and he's found a way to come back with it too. So it's good pace by Liam to not rush and try to think, oh, he's going to finish him.
Good jab there from Gallagher, but McIlvenny's starting to get his strikes together now. And then a leg kick from McIlvenny.
McIlvenny needs to be careful. He's being a little wide, and he's getting countered just
big
like
right
that.
hand from Gallagher.
He needs to tighten it up and try to box right into the takedowns.
As Gallagher's kind of taking his time, tried to go up high with a head kick there.
Dylan's waiting for him too much, which is letting Liam be able to set up his combos and his takedowns.
And there's the shoot in. Finally, McIlvenny gets the fight to the ground, but did leave his neck open. Gallagher looking for a guillotine. Doesn't have the hands clasped, though, and McIlvenny gets the head out and gets the trip and gets the fight to the ground.
Dylan's coach called for a left leg reap, and that's exactly what he did, and he got it to the ground.
And now we'll get to see what the ground game is like of Gallagher, and it's very impressive. Quick pop-up and back to the feet. The world that Gallagher's had some success.
Exactly what Gallagher wants to do when he's on the ground. Not waste any time and immediately get up.
Nice little double jab attempt there from McIlvenny. And for Gallagher, we talked about him smiling, taking in this moment. He definitely isn't afraid. He loves the matchup, and he's looked like he's had 10 pro fights already.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful because Dylan can pop, and if he just walks forward like that without any caution, he will get caught.
Spinning back fist attempt from Gallagher, and he may have gone a little too hard on that, missing, as McIlvenny sees his chance to pounce and get the fight to the ground.
You can see that Liam is kind of wearing down, and that's because Dylan is putting the pressure on him. He's doing exactly this. Yeah, there's a lot of times where he misses it, but over and over again, it adds up.
Well, plus, this is also your first pro fight, and against someone with Dylan McIlvenny with 2 pro fights under his belt that's been in there and a little bit of have a little war, some firefights. So he's not ashamed or unused to the pressure that Gallagher's put on him in the first round.
No, that's the thing. He's been in this position before. Good leg kick by Liam there.
Yeah, those leg kicks, Gallagher really likes to use them as a weapon. Oh, good uppercut from Gallagher. Oh, and a knee attempt right to the midsection.
Dylan's got to be careful rushing in like that because he can get caught, and that's how he got caught before. He's got to be very careful with rushing in like that, trying to go for the takedown or for the tie clinch.
Spinning back kick, and now a spin wheel kick attempt from McIlvenny. The 10-second clapper has gone. There's the horn. And a very entertaining first round between Liam Gallagher and Dylan McIlvenny. Ergys, this was a round I'd really hate to be a judge and try to score.
Such a close round, but I would have to give it to Liam Gallagher for the 2 knockdowns, and he was being aggressive in the beginning. Dylan was able to get takedowns, and he was able to show aggression at the end of the round, but because of the takedowns, because of the knockdowns, I give that round to Liam.
It's all the name of the game is damage, and the more damaging blows in that opening round came from Liam Gallagher. And Ergys, if you're in Dylan's corner, he had some moments there. He got the fight to the ground, and when you looked in the eyes of Gallagher a little bit towards the end of the round, it looked a little tired. But how do you not try to get the fight to the ground without being too wild with your strikes.
Punch it, keep it a little bit more tighter and disguise those takedowns with those punches. A nice straight 1-2s when you're going to get him thinking, because he is getting tired. And he has been landing those straight punches when Liam has been staying in front of him and waiting.
Well, the one thing we know about Dylan McIlvenny, this guy has a gas tank on him. All pro fights have gone the full 3 rounds. So that does bode well for McIlvenny here as the second round is now underway. And it's McIlvenny trying to take the center of the cage.
Nice frames by Gallagher. He saw that coming. That was a good job by Gallagher, knowing where he was and was able to get that frame ready to go so he can defend it.
Little teep kick that came from McIlvenny. Good leg kick again. And now McIlvenny trying to be a little bit more aggressive with his strikes.
He notices Liam's kind of fading a bit, and he's trying to push the pressure even more, and this is exactly what he needs to do. And beautiful takedown attempt.
And there is the takedown attempt, but give Gallagher props. He's really made it tough to get the fight to the ground.
I am super impressed with the way, the smart decisions he's making to make sure he doesn't get on the ground. And when he gets on the ground, get immediately up.
Yeah, no real advancement of position or damage done when the fight went to the ground in those little moments. And this is also where the fight's going to be won as well. Who can get the best of these tough, tight positions, Ergys?
Yes, for sure. But this is also, both fighters are getting tired, but Liam is working a lot more in this one because Dylan is putting the pace more.
Yeah, Dylan really got a good little talk from his coach, Paul Jablart, between rounds. And now looking to still get the fight, but nice little switch. And the tables have turned as we get the break here.
Can't be too wild there, Dylan. He's got to keep those hands up. He can't keep those hands down with Liam.
A spinning back kick once again to the body.
Nice jab by Dylan.
And Dylan answers back, and that's key in a fight where, the flashy stuff, it's nice, but it's all about what lands and the damage done, and McIlvenny's had the better of that here in the second.
For sure, yeah, you can tell that he's landed the better shots and he's put the pace more. But both guys are tired now too, Jason. It's been a grueling fight.
Oh, it's been just a nonstop fast pace, and it's going to be a tough pace that both these fighters are going to try to keep here with 3 minutes left here in the second and another 5 to go if we see it.
Oh, absolutely.
And
great
there,
takedown.
McIlvenny gets the fight to the ground here in the second round, and maybe he has more time to work with a little bit more of an exhausted Liam Gallagher.
McIlvenny had dope mount there, and he was able to get to mount, but right away, Liam got right into half guard. He's not trying to stay. He's trying to immediately get in a better position.
Gallagher trying to show off a little bit of the defense here, but this has been a area of success McIlvenny had in while he won his pro debut back at BTC 10 against Paul Fisher, the work he did on the ground.
Oh, absolutely, and it came after him getting rocked, just like in the first round in this fight, too. And you could see the weight kind of playing an advantage here, Jason. You could see now that Gallagher's a little bit more tired. He's not able to hip shrimp out as much. Dylan's wearing him down more.
Yeah, that was the one thing we noticed for sure at weigh-ins, just the size discrepancy. I mean, it is true. Liam is coming up a full weight class to take on the natural featherweight that is Dylan McIlvenny.
That's a 10-pound difference.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see the difference there. Good elbow, good control by Dylan there, making sure that Gallagher can't get any strikes off or do anything like that. So notice how Gallagher tried to shrimp out and Dylan readjusted to make sure that Gallagher can't get his feet and can't get that frame or anything.
Posturing up is McIlvenny, trying to rain down some ground and pound that way, but goes right back to working and putting the tight pressure up against Gallagher, and now putting him up against the fence with those shoulder strikes.
Oh, absolutely. This is definitely a grueling fight, and he's definitely wearing Gallagher down with this. Before, when Gallagher had the feet on the hips, he was able to explode, but he can't right now because he pinned him on the cage, and he's able to put all his weight down.
Action right in front of us here at the broadcast booth. And while those are just little shots, they're adding up. They're taking the wind away from Gallagher. Correct, Ergys?
Yes, they are. They can be damaging shots, especially if Gallagher wants to move and Dylan finds it in the right spot. It can actually be a damaging shot and take the breath out of you.
And as well, you can hear the coaching from Paul Jablart towards Dylan McIlvenny, telling him 20 seconds left here in the second round, in a round that has been pretty much all Dylan McIlvenny. Some good shots once again to the ribs, the body, 10-second clapper. And here is Coach Paul Jablart saying, Dylan, time to take a risk, but good work by Gallagher. Gets the fight back up to a stand-up position as the horn goes.
I got it even, Jason. I got it 1-1 going into the third.
It was a very impressive round from Dylan McIlvenny, where he was able to impose his will on Liam Gallagher, and finally, having done that success wearing down Gallagher, when he got to the fight to the ground, it stayed on the ground.
Well, yes, absolutely. He immediately put the pace and got it going. You know, in the second round, he realized that Liam was fading, and that's exactly what he did.
It was a good round. Now, if you're in Liam Gallagher's corner here, Ergys, what are you saying towards Liam Gallagher?
So the reason he got taken down is because he was just plodding forward. So I would tell him, be careful of plodding forward. Set up your strikes more. Use more feints, because he's gonna try to take you down. So let him bite into those takedowns, so you can time him with an uppercut or a knee or something like that.
Well, Ergys, on your unofficial scorecard, you have it even. First round to Gallagher, second round to McIlvenny. It's going to come down to this third and final round to see who comes away with a victory in this grueling featherweight bout.
We called this, Jason. We said it was going to be grueling, and it's exactly the type of fight that we thought it would be.
Well, we knew it would be definitely good, and it's delivered all that and then some. And there's Gallagher trying to change the trajectory of this fight with the striking.
Gallagher's got to be careful with those. He's missing with those uppercuts, and he's getting off balance, and that's where Dylan's been able to take him down.
Gallagher
Use
tries
those
to answer.
1-2s.
Gallagher tries McIlvenny tries the uppercut.
Nice jab by Gallagher. This is exactly what Gallagher needs to do. 1-2s right down the middle.
Now we're at the point in the fight where they probably both know it's even, and who's going to blink first, and it's going to be McIlvenny that blinks first as he gets the fight to the ground.
Nice. Gallagher's immediately trying to he realizes the urgency. He's trying to get up, use that frame.
But once again, just good ability by Gallagher to wall walk or posture up to just give that little bit of space to try to get back up. But this time, McIlvenny just smothers him.
And again, it's the weight, everything. Just the third round is just, and McIlvenny using his size and being able to switch to transitions where it's making a difference.
And this is what good up kick from Gallagher. And trying a triangle choke. Here is Liam Gallagher.
It's going to be extremely hard with the cage there, Jason. He's got to watch for the armbar. You can switch it to an armbar. Got to posture up, but be careful at the same time there.
Well, as you said, real tough, but now switching doesn't really have the cage to be a factor, but pulling down on the neck, delivering strikes. Gallagher felt like he needed to go for broke, and he's getting on the top position.
This is big by Gallagher.
Very bad for Dylan McIlvenny, as you can land some big strikes and elbows. McIlvenny doing everything to avoid that, covering up with his free hand. There's some hammer fists from Gallagher. Another good hammer fist. A third. Gallagher also taking this time to just coast and catch some wind.
Yeah, he's setting up for that armbar. He's waiting. Waiting for the armbar. He knows that.
He taps him out. Liam Gallagher gets a third round submission, showcasing beautiful Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and gets Dylan McIlvenny to tap.
He got him with that up kick, Jason. He was thinking, and as soon as he got the up kick, he immediately transitioned to the triangle. Beautiful work by Liam Gallagher on the bottom there.
Your tap-out game at 2 minutes, 24 seconds of the second round for your winner. The third round for your winner by triangle choke submission. Congratulations, team. You're now undefeated professional mixed martial artist.
Undefeated amateur too.
Yeah, that's what I said. I told everybody, you're undefeated as an amateur, now you're undefeated as a professional. You gotta feel pretty good, man. What are you gonna say about your big week? Who do you guys think you're gonna be? Look right in that camera, we're on pay-per-view.
Thank you, Josh Hillstock, Cody, Guy McDonald, Whitlock, Gallagher, Foxy, Chris Cricket, everybody who's helped me. Thank you.
All right, well, where can we keep up with you, Liam? We all want to see some more of an undefeated fighter here at BTC. So what kind of social media outlets you got? Where can we keep track of Liam Gallagher?
Facebook, Liam Gallagher, and Instagram, Gallagher97. Give me a follow.
We definitely will. We want to see more of Liam.
I'll be back in July, don't worry.
Sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Liam Gallagher.